Hello, 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 and welcome back to Siblings Standing on Business. I know you've missed me, but I had to kokumoya kancane and then come back with some special guests for you. We're back, and hopefully we're back for a long time. And without further ado, today I'm sitting with Nico Mongwe, who is the Chief Vision Officer. Oh my God, let me do it again. I'm sitting with Nico Mongwe, who's the Chief Vision Officer of Perennity, right? Did I get it right?
Yeah, boy.
Welcome.
No. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know it took some convincing to get you here, but I'm glad you're here.
Hey, we're here. The rest of the stuff is secrets, just between me and you.
Before we get to know you, I want to know what a Chief Vision... Did you say officer?
Yeah.
Yes, what's a Chief Vision Officer?
It's nice to describe this.
Okay.
Now that we've had additions to the Perennity family.
Sure.
We've brought in a COO. Mm-hmm. She's brilliant. She does a lot of other things. Mm-hmm. So it allows me to do what I do best.
Which is
just be crazy.
Okay.
Not live in this world. Like see visions and stuff as messy as they are. Yeah. And stuff. And it's her job to clean them up, turn them into systems, turn them into operations.
Okay.
And she really loves tech, like a lot.
Okay.
So yes, hence our outlooks in terms of business and stuff were able to. There's a meeting of the minds. Okay. A strong one there because our approach, and we unified in this, is that whatever we're going to do, we must know how to market it. Mm-hmm. And we must be able to leverage tech, and then we'll fill in the blank in terms of what the venture is. So,
and all that needs a vision first.
Yes. So my role is to just see a gap. And I'm a mechanical engineer by training and stuff. So I am still systems oriented, but messy. Yeah, I just see, okay, this how, and then this one, and then this one. Yeah. This connects to this, and then we identify that opportunity and stuff. And I think I told you early on, like it's been meeting after meeting after meeting.
Which is great.
There's a new product that we're trying to bring to the market as well. So we're at that stage as well. So I enjoy that part. Okay. Like managing people, micromanaging, hey, who's doing, hey. No. Not interested in that. No. Not interested in that. Just identifying opportunities and also forming partnerships as well, larger scale stuff in the business. And that's where the vision officer comes in. Yeah. Okay, let's take it all the way back then to who you actually are. So Nico was a little boy somewhere at some point. Mm-hmm. And where was that? So I was born in Kimberley.
Okay.
That's where I was technically born.
All right.
But at the time, we lived in Taung. So Taung would be northwest. Mm-hmm. For those that aren't as well traveled. Taung, if you traveled, you have to go to Taung. Huh? No, I'm joking. It's not like
I've never been. I'm pretty traveled.
No, I'm joking. Yeah. It's not a hot destination or anything. But Taung is a small town in the northwest. Mm-hmm. So that's where we lived when I was born. And then we moved to another small town. Called Clackstop.
Oh, wow.
Madeira.
Moving on up.
Madeira. Yeah. Grew up in a township over there called Jobetina. Mm-hmm. Go down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those that are from there will know what that means. Okay. And beginning of schooling was that side as well. And then, all this moving is because my dad's a pastor.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So I was about to ask why all the moving.
Yeah, so he's not the pastor whereby you start your church and then your members pay tithe directly to you and all that. He belongs to, he's retired now actually. Yeah. So he belongs to an organization whereby they'll put you at a particular area for, I think, 3 years at a time. Uh-huh. Yeah, and then...
So it's like you go where you need it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
And then somehow your wife and children have to
come with you
and uproot every 3 years, potentially. and stuff. And then you're changing schools the whole time.
Doesn't that lead to a lonely school life at some point?
No, look, at some point you have to kind of say, hey, we're staying put. This is where we are. This is the family base. And they are also a bit friendlier as you start to age to say, okay, this guy is starting to get old. So we're going to kind of settle him in this area.
I see.
And stuff. So, yeah, it was largely around about the time I was born. There was limps at some stage before I came around. But the time that I was born, it was largely Northwest. So Klerksdorp, started my schooling career there. And then he was called to the Highveld. Yeah, that's now Gauteng. Stuff. And then we stayed on for a bit in Klerksdorp, then we joined him. But ever since then, yeah, he's been moved to like Highveld, Lowveld, Vaal, everywhere. But we were just like, okay, the family
this
base
is where we are.
Pretoria.
Okay.
And my mother's a professional as well. So she got to a stage in her career where she couldn't just be uprooting the whole time. You know what I mean? Yeah, so they're based in Pretoria now. That's where they are. And we're in Joburg. And then, yeah, ever since then, moved to Joburg, or Pretoria to be exact. Spent a little time there. I don't really identify as a Pretoria person though.
No.
Because I think we just got there and then there was a 5-year stint or so. Then I was off to boarding school.
Oh, okay.
Total different cultures. There's not Daimani, the Greenie, what I don't talk like that. And I can't relate to it. So, yeah, that's where, when I went to boarding school, that's when you got it used to like there's a lot more Zulu people there.
For sure.
And stuff. I'm not saying I know Zulu, but the little bit I know, I learned there. And yeah, that was basically me.
All right. And so you do all this moving around, eventually you settle, then you go to boarding school, and then by the end of high school, do you know what you want to do with your life? Or at least what you want to study, or what you're curious in?
I knew what I wanted to be when we were still in Klerksdorp. So
and what age
I've
is this?
always wanted to be. This was standard 1. Now I'm showing my age. What do they call it now? Grade 3, don't they?
Yes, it doesn't matter. It's standard 1.
We're from that era.
Yeah.
So those that know me know that I'm a petrol head.
Okay.
I've just always been. So first thing that I wanted to be when you're young, not even primary school, preschool, whatever, you get to see, I think I watched the car chase once. And I was like, they get to drive like that and it's legal, like for real?
I want to do that.
I was like, I want in. Then, so I wanted to be a police. I mean, typical stuff. But then you start to realize, but there's police you can be put on. You can have a desk job. You might have to fight crime. Shoot.
Yes.
Not interested in that part. So I was like, traffic cop. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Part.
Yes,
you know
the cop part, as long as I'm a cop. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I got quite interested in drawing, especially design and stuff, like 3D drawing. I remember I did that throughout all of primary school. And then, when I found out what a mechanical engineer was, decided.
Then you were like, yes, that's what I want to do.
Yes.
Okay, you took quite a trip there.
From like standard 1. Well, for your younger viewers, grade 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I wanted to be until I was 1.
So you actually went and you're like, okay, I'm going to go study mech eng, and then you finished it.
Finished. I was supposed to even further my studies and all that stuff.
That's so intense. I've seen pictures of people who like, there's this trend on TikTok that people go, before studying mech eng and after. And it's just pictures of them looking like 20 years older.
It is wild.
What is it? Is it difficult? Like, what's the wild part?
It's just a lot of maths.
Oh.
It's just maths, eh? Engineering.
Any maths is a lot of maths.
Like, you never thought there could be so much maths in chemistry, but there is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in engineering, your majors will mine in mechanical, strength of materials, theory of machines, fluid mechanics, fluid dynamics, depending on where you are. And what's the fourth one? But all of it Doesn't matter what it's called. It's just some way to throw math. You know what I mean? So
did you enjoy it though?
I enjoyed design, man. Like I said, throughout primary and stuff, I used to draw and stuff. And every design related module or course that I took, distinctions. But the maths stuff is kind of like boring.
I guess I have to.
Yeah. So, and then because, there's a bit of Pretoria in me, but not that financial pot that Elon was so lucky as to have,
right?
And be able to go to America and start Tesla and all that kind of. Yeah, I mean, in South Africa, besides working for Denel or Arm School, mechanical engineering is not really that exciting, and even for those, they're not known as being on the cutting edge as they were back in the days. I mean, Denel, Arm School as well, there's a helicopter called the Roy Falk. Yeah. And the National Party Roy Falk. I think they still export that to this day. You know what I mean? So
there's not very a lot of visions get made and approved.
So not a lot's going on there, but it used to be exciting at some point in time. So what happened with me is I didn't get placed.
Okay.
And this is where my mother's spirit comes out a lot in me, because I'm not one to like, oh, okay, now you can be promoted. Oh, now you can get a raise, whatever. And so I couldn't really sit around for very long. I didn't get work. So that's when the business bug kind of bit me. And I just didn't like feeling, because I think it was also coming up in high school, being a top achiever academically. By the way, A school, bit of a scam, but they sell you a lot. And when you're that one of the promising children academically as well, so you get used to, like, I came out being used to, like, hey, being praised, and even on campus as well. Oh, what are you studying? What are you studying? What are you studying? Oh, okay, engineering. Oh, you know what I mean? And then you get there, you graduate, and then it's crickets. Like,
that's the end of it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I felt disenfranchised. I felt robbed. And right about the same time.
Wait, by being placed, you being placed like
getting a job.
Just getting a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
despite your beautiful marks and
they weren't as beautiful.
At the end of it all.
The thing is, I think got too much energy, man. And if stuff is too theoretical, I get bored. So I survived high school off brains alone.
Okay.
If I'm being honest. I was never really used to, actually, in my class, there was only 5 people. By then they used to call it exemption. I don't know what the kids call it now. I have
no idea what it's called.
Now I see there's level 7 and what? Hey, gosh.
Too many options. It was one thing or another before.
You know what I mean? Yes. Yeah, like university entrance or not. Yeah. So I was one of the only 5 in my grade, because my school was going to go down by the time I matriculated. And yet my friends, there was 5 people that failed, 5 people that got university entrance.
Okay.
4 of the people that failed. Yeah. Were my friends, like close.
Okay.
So I wasn't studying in high school. Long story short. So, but you can't get away with that in varsity.
No.
Yeah, you'll know the story. So your cum laude kids end up flunking out first year and stuff. So that was really the first time I had to like start to work and study and whatever. But I mean, I still made it.
Okay.
And you get there to the end of it and nothing's happening. And unfortunately, we're seeing, as an employer now, I'm seeing a lot of the same stuff where people were pumped with certain expectations with regards to what would happen after they studied, the value that the industry will place on their paper. Yeah, the guys at the office know I call it a paper.
Because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's not much more than that. So So now you can't
get a job, right? And then you're like, okay, let me do something for myself.
Kind of, okay. Yeah, that's when the business bug hit me. But of course, you go through the natural phases and stuff. You start off, you're trying to broker some deal. Yeah, there's these guys, they have the seller. These guys, that's where we all start. You know what I mean? And you're going to broker and what. Then from there, you have to go through that stage where you're selling some kind of merch or T-shirts and stuff.
Yes, of
T-shirt
course.
Printing
if you've never sold a T-shirt, what are you doing? You're missing a step. Yeah.
So that's like the journey of a business person and stuff.
Yeah.
So what happens is this German company called I've always wondered why people never mention names and companies and brands. They're always so cryptic about it on podcasts. So I found it cool. So now I
don't get why though.
I'm also going to censor it. Yeah.
Wild. Fine.
So we get approached, and I don't remember actually. Yeah, all of my mates as well. Yeah, a few of them remember applying to this company. So we were later told what they went and did. They went to all the varsities and said, give us your top learners from wherever. And then they basically headhunted us in that way.
Okay.
And stuff.
To do what?
To be mechanical engineers.
Oh, okay.
And stuff. But yeah, I'll tell you about that. So now you must remember by then, and I'm blessed, by the way, very blessed. I don't come from a family of money. No, not even close. But my parents did everything they could to give me at least exposure.
Okay.
And I found that in and of itself just changed the trajectory of my career, my choices and all that, because I knew what was possible.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
True.
Health Professions Council. To be able to sit and say, oh, Uncle Banban, that's, family friend. That's, National Nuclear Regulator, and have all these people that you're exposed to. So when the job thing comes along, they literally called 50 of us.
Okay.
Like in a room. And they said, hey guys, we're hiring 4 of you.
4?
4.
Okay.
And they make you write, all of us in the room at the same time, writing psychometric tests. It's like...
And that's what they're going to base the hiring process on?
No, that's just the levels.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So they were going to shortlist, I think, probably 8 at that time. And then, so we do the psychometrics, whatever. I was like,
Because what is needed from a mechanical engineer psychometric-wise?
No. I get why psychometrics.
Okay.
Soft skills are what determines whether you're going to keep someone, how they face adversity, all of those things. Stuff. I get it. But putting us all in a room and letting us know that, it just felt
we're here for your brain.
I felt like I was one of cattle. You know what I mean? And by then, you remember, I've already, like I said, growing up, being exposed to like options to say that, but money, I don't need to do this in the name of money. I don't need to sacrifice my dignity in this way in the name of money. So 50 of us, psychometrics, they select 8. Then...
Are you one of the 8?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then they say, hey, we've got a site in Bethal that is in Mpumalanga towards the Lowveld and stuff. So now we have to go and do interviews.
Over there in Bethal?
Yeah, in Bethal.
Okay.
And then the next day do medicals. Yeah. So we're sitting in a bus, they put us in accommodation and all that stuff. And you got to be friends with these people.
Of course.
And you know that
4 of us aren't
like
going to be
we're hanging out, we're acting all chill, but actually
it's a competition.
We compete.
Yeah.
And I was just, even then I was like, guys, for money. This. So, but my parents are traditional. No,
finally, yes. You studied so hard.
But I was like, I'm in business and what. So they really basically begged me to just take the opportunity. You know what I mean? So I humored them. And
don't we do that all the time?
Yeah, but so I looked at it, and for a while, so I told you I was very interested in design, but I got placed in high pressure piping. That's the other boring thing about mechanical engineering, is it's very modular in that if I work for a high pressure piping company for 10 years, you guys do escalators and elevators, right? That's still mechanical engineering, but I'm useless to you because my 10 years of experience
has
not really germane to what you guys do. So wherever you get chosen, you kind of get
stuck
in that role. And I was like, high pressure piping, huh? That was like, it was very exciting at the beginning. Oh, walk to a site, ESCOM, power station, and whatever, Babcock, Sasol. But it's only exciting for maximum 24 months. After that, it's rinse and repeat.
Okay.
So, and then when I was there, I really became thoroughly convinced that they didn't actually need us. They probably had to meet some checklist of, we've got X amount of black engineers, whatever, so they can unlock whatever contracts, and then keep yourself busy. So I was like,
this sucks.
For a paycheck, is this what I'm going to do with my potential, what I could be? Yeah. So
how long were you actually there for?
It wasn't even 3 years, eh? And I can tell you now that I was legendary on that site.
Oh, of course. Tell us more.
Legendary. So this company that I worked for, they were responsible for the erection of about 70% of ESCOM's coal-fired power stations.
Okay.
Right. So naturally, they also become sort of the de facto go-to guy for maintenance as well. Yeah. So we used to run maintenance projects, especially, I don't want to get into jargon and stuff, but the bigger pipes and stuff, and the boiler stuff at ESCOM. So, that's what we were doing.
And you were like, this is
I was a legend.
Why were you a legend?
Everybody knew this guy, Agakola. Like I was the laziest employee and everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. I didn't care about, these guys were like, I don't know, man. Like, that's what I'm saying, like exposure and what I'd seen from my parents, and they're like, oh, this guy he's this position, he makes this much money, but he still sleeps at home. He still sees his wife and kids every day. He still gets to do 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? And I was always measuring against that standard to say, do I need to do this for money? Do I need to sell my health? Because you're at a power station. There's a time I was actually maintaining the milling machine. So a milling machine is like, it pulverizes, it turns coal from hard chunks into powder so it can be used as a fuel.
Okay.
But when you're maintaining that, I promise you, like, by the end of the day, when you blow your nose, it's black. It's like, I'm going to get, like in mining, they used to get, silicosis and stuff, all in the name of a paycheck. I was like, am I really going to do this to my lungs? Be far away
and this
from
was
home
before you have a wife and kids and all of that.
Yes, and I was like,
how am I even going to make it there?
Yes, and then, like I said, on site, I was that guy. This guy is a Joburg guy.
Yeah.
Like a cola.
No.
So when they were chasing overtimes, like, this month I want to make money. I'm going to do overtime. And by the way, then, for your first 20 hours of overtime, you don't get paid. So you can only claim from like hour number 21, 22. So like you give them a weekend for free so that you can spend the next 3 weekends chasing. And I was just never sold. No. Like I was that guy, hop in my car Friday, peace out.
See ya. No overtime for me ever.
Like it was bad. Like I called Monday 5, I called Tuesday 4, I called Wednesday 3. Everyone knew like every week was just a countdown that I could go home. I hated it. You know what I mean?
But so, you did it for a long time.
Yeah, not that long.
3 years is long, man.
No, I didn't.
In a young person's life,
okay,
3 years is long.
Admittedly, look, like I said, it was interesting. It's just, for how long could that possibly be?
How was the money? Was the money good?
Okay, it was okay. And like I said, there was always that thing of, but I could also do this in the city and whatever. So I resolved one day to say, look, I'm not married, because I think that was the biggest thing that bothered me. What happened, and I think I'll never forget the story. 2 things happened. I said to these guys, I want to be a project planner. So project planner, they work with basically like a Gantt chart, and they'll say, oh, okay, this process is about to finish, so the next process that's going to happen, we're going to need X amount of cement and all of that. I need to now place the order so that the project never really needs to stop. You know what I mean? So I said to these guys, look, I'm not interested in the weekend thing. And also my religion, I'm not going to compromise on that.
Okay.
And it was going to clash with my religion. Make me this project planner so I can just work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I was their star kid.
Oh.
And they decided not to give me that because I think they wanted me to work full time or whatever. Then I was like, nah. And then there's a story that I heard. This was the one that sealed it for me. Where, because Eskom, I think the closest power plant to the city is Grootvlei, which is just off the Vaal somewhere. So this guy gets married in that condition, whereby you go home every 3 months. They start their courtship in that way and all of that. So his manager does a favor for him. He says, hey, look, I'm going to base you closer to home so you can be with your wife and stuff. And I was like, oh, cool, great. All that stuff. And then, yeah, this is like a couple of years into their marriage. And then they start to face problems now. They're fighting a lot. And one day she says to him, hey, Brad, look, I'm not used to you being here.
Yeah, all the time.
Like, no, not for money. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
You're here like all the time.
Thank you. And
why?
I was like, that cannot be my marriage.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And also, like, I've been modeled a very favorable picture of marriage by my parents, actually both sides. Like, there's no divorce in my family. Everyone's still together. And watching just everything that was happening with marriage, because you can't for 3 months at a time. She's sure that you're cheating where you are. You're sure that she's cheating where she is. I was like, nah, for a paycheck for my whole life, my marriage, my children, everything to be reduced to that.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's not worth it.
I'm coming back to Joburg.
Yeah.
If I succeed, if I fail, I'm doing it in Joburg.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. And then that's how I got into business, kind of.
Let's get closer to Perennity. How do we get there? What's the step right just before Perennity?
Okay. So this plant that now became Perennity, or the seed that now harvested as Perennity, actually got planted final year towards the end of studying engineering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you know, like when you start, it's like, yo, look to your left, look to your right. Only one of you guys will graduate this course.
Why do they always do that?
You can tell it's a spiel that he does like every single year with the new guys. So towards the end, one of the similar lines where they say that, hey, do you know that 50% of you guys will end up in the banks? Because they like how you think, they like your approach to mathematics, and all of that. So when I was unhappy in engineering, I always knew that there's a home for me, potentially in financial services.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I started to ask around, do research and that kind of stuff. But the business person in me ended up landing on an opportunity with Liberty.
Okay.
Being a financial advisor, selling and stuff, insurance. Oh, gosh. That was probably the most important 10 years of my life.
Most important?
Yeah.
Pertaining to?
Forming me as a business person and stuff. Because you get to fail daily, multiple times. You know what I mean? Sit with Utalita, she's personality type, whatever. You try to sell her, whatever, and then it doesn't work. And so I learned a lot about sales and then subsequently marketing from that time in my life. But what attracted me to it was that, especially coming from engineering, where it's like, no, you have to be this first for 5 years before you can be there. Liberty. First month, my name was on the board, the leaderboard. And stuff. I was like, oh, who's Nico? And from then I was basically addicted. And then, by his grace, I think Liberty at the time had about 6,000 brokers tied to it, or advisors, 3,000 of which were tied to Liberty. The rest were independent, so Liberty and others. Of the top 35 of that 7,000 or 3,000, way you want to look at it. They call the top 35 achievers and stuff. Like they're so valuable to the business. Like there's an annual sales conference that happens in America. They call it the $1 Million Roundtable. They don't even allow those guys to fly on the same plane.
Why? Oh, because if anything happened, they'd just lose out.
Yes.
Oh, that's
It's like, remember that soccer team, I think the African soccer team?
Yes.
That all perished.
Yes.
Yeah. So they will put probably like from the top 35, they'll probably put 3 max on one flight.
Because that's how valuable everyone
That's how valuable they are to the
that's
business.
Crazy.
And stuff. So you got to understand long-term insurance in South Africa, the lower estimate puts it at about 45 bar. You know what I mean? So it's a very big market, very high total addressable market as well. So I was fortunate enough to be in a building where 7 of that 35 were there.
Okay.
So I got to see their commission statements. I got to see how they work. Most importantly, I got to see that they're just guys, Like number 1 for 3 years running when I was there was a guy that didn't even have matric. And he was making...
That is your personality.
Per month. You know what I mean? So that's when I actually started to see that soft skills can actually take you a lot farther than hard skills and education and all that stuff. And also that the insurance industry is quite a nice industry to be in. And for me, my personality type, something that has meritocracy, whereby what I put in, I get out and stuff. And if I want to cross nights, if I want to do something smarter or whatever, I'm not going to get subjected to whatever glass ceiling or whatever procedure or whatever trajectory. So I did that for about 10 years. And it was always the intention to start my own thing. But I was never quite ready. You know what I mean? So I got an accidental nudge to get me out of the industry. Family friend, actually met him the other day. He's potentially an investor. He did well for himself. So he started a law firm. I'll do the cryptic thing again because we're on a podcast. He started his law firm. What's the
name of the law?
But because it's important, so he sold it to EOH.
Okay.
Yeah, that's germane to. So he got a nice payout and he messed around in mining as well. Got some favorable results there. So he was sitting on a bit of a windfall and he wanted to invest in stuff. So he said, Nyeko, you come through with the long-term insurance experience. So long-term insurance is basically insuring people. So that's life cover, disability, income protection, all that stuff. By then, I didn't know anything about short-term. You know by now that short-term is basically new now.
Yes.
So there was a guy, I actually met him about 2 weeks ago. So the idea, because he was like a veteran, I think, 20 years strong, I think, in short term, we were supposed to come together and then start this massive brokerage. So I go and I resign and everything. Hey, we're going to go start this thing. And then the short-term guy was like, because short-term, you get addicted to like consistent income coming through because based on the size of, they call it your book. Your book of business. Based on how many clients you have, you know, guaranteed as long as 95% of your clients are paying, you're going to walk away with X amount. Whereas long term is a bit wild west. Good months up and down, sometimes in the negatives as well. So he didn't want to sort of surrender his book. And he was sort of happy as a one-man show, sole prop kind of thing. So he got nervous then. Investor gets nervous. And then, he's like, actually, no, I'm pulling out now. Yeah, by that time, I've already resigned, whatever and stuff. So I was like, prakod. But we've been working for a while. No prakod, so I knew a good time. It's probably what he wants me to do. So I pulled the trigger. That's when I left. And it wasn't long, hey? Like, again, like around about 3 years, 2.5 years, somewhere there. Then I started the franchise of Liberty at the time.
Okay.
But then they just, that's the disadvantage with building a house on somebody else's land. They can decide they're changing the rules, which they did. So they said now you have to hire someone who's got this and that and that and that. I was like, but you're not even increasing the value proposition that we have for this person. You're just saying, this is what you want. And then, I was like, nah. Then I just took a break, did my own thing, still in the same industry for a while, until I was ready to start the brokerage, which is Perennity. So we're 3 years in.
It's only been 3 years.
Not even 3 years.
That's so new.
Yeah.
And exciting too.
But of course, 10 years in the making before that.
Okay. So, of course, because you had to kind of put your mind around this completely new thing, but also how 100%. To make it yours and how to make it work in a way that you can appreciate as well.
100%.
So for someone who doesn't know what a brokerage is, give us like a blow by blow of what you guys actually offer.
Okay. Right. So a brokerage is basically someone that sells financial products on behalf of somebody else.
Okay.
Or somebody that leverages somebody else's product to sell their own. It's a different situation for girls' bathrooms. But I've been to a couple of urinals in the male bathroom where they, hey, get gap cover or whatever, and then you see whatever company like Zest Life, underwritten by Card Risk. I'm sure you've seen that.
Okay, yes,
underwritten by whatever.
So
that's where you would be white labeling your product and you getting the backing of whichever established insurance stuff. So coming up from where I came from, like I said, soft skills are very important. So I just looked at it, and I have a mate of mine who actually tried, and I say this with authority, being someone who's in the industry. He brought a product like a car insurance product. It was brilliant, but it didn't pick up.
Why?
It didn't take off. Various things, man. You're a small guy, whatever. But I probably think it was marketing. And that's what I was saying to you earlier on. We always start our thing to say, before we do anything or before we double down on anything, are we sure that we're going to be able to market this in a way that stands out, where we can control? And if not, we'd rather leave it alone. So even in the brokerage, there's certain products that our license does allow us to sell, but we won't necessarily put our energies behind because we're not sure how we're going to push this. You know what I mean? So I think that's what happened to him. So I decided, hey, I'm old now. And I don't come from money and all that stuff. I wasn't trying to build the next unicorn.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's still my approach to this day to say, you look into an industry and stuff. So even with insurance, I know all the numbers. All. How big is short-term insurance? It's on the low end, it's 170 billion. That's important to me. How big is the funeral industry? On the low end, low estimate puts it at 30 billion. You know what I mean? Long-term insurance, which is insuring people, like I said, technically funeral covers part of that. But anyway, I count that separately.
Okay.
45 million. So I always say, if we can leverage off somebody's brand, somebody's
existing situation, yes.
And say, because if you get a 1% share of a 30 billion rand industry,
you're good.
You're doing 3 billion.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're doing 3 billion.
Yeah.
And most of the people that make a lot of money actually are doing something that someone else has done before. They're either providing a better experience in terms of maybe convenience, you know what I mean? Or cheaper or faster. You know what I mean? And I think...
Which is why you see on the short-term insurance part, new insurers popping up.
Yes.
Often.
Yes.
Because they're not doing anything different.
It's not new.
No, it's not new at all.
It's not new. But you see, like in the case of Naked, you're not new to insurance. But what's new is you can do it on your phone. You don't have to talk to a broker. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So you can basically structure your USP around one of those things and basically enter the market. But something that should give everyone, something that's happening right now in front of our eyes as a generation that I think not a lot of people are talking about, is the Chinese, and the car market.
Oh, yes.
I have watched dealerships close down. I'm talking about German cars and stuff. Like, yeah, people will think I'm quoting. But anyway, like where I used to service my car.
Yes.
I've watched them now join with another of the German brands. And now they're sharing and stuff. I've watched the other one have to literally. So what I'm saying is,
cars aren't new. Because cars
aren't new.
Yes.
And if you can find a way to do something differently.
Yeah.
You can never really say that the market is saturated. You know what I mean? And that's what I think, unfortunately, I see it too much. And I think it stems from the messaging from politicians as well. Job creation, what? You
see, the word job creation is not a real word.
It's not a thing.
That's really not a thing.
It's really not a thing. No. Because, I mean, whatever synthetic conditions you create to generate a job, are not going to last.
No.
If value is not at the center of the whatever venture, whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? So I've heard so many discussions. I mean, even now, I was saying to my wife the other day, because I think I was sharing with her that they put new legislation out for e-hailing. You know, one of which is you have to brand the car.
Which is so crazy because it's like, have you not lived in South Africa and seen what they do to people just for having a phone? That's
you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, they're obviously pandering to the taxi industry. You know what I mean? And it's like, guys, and I listened to like a 14 minute interview. The consumer was never mentioned once.
So what does that do?
So they're talking about
everything else.
No, the slice of the pie. What? E-hailing is taking. I was like, dude, hold on. I got on Uber. I got onto an Uber the other day.
Yeah.
Sorry if it sounds arrogant or whatever and stuff, but everyone in South Africa works to graduate from needing to ride a minibus taxi. You know what I mean? So when Santako and whoever is counting the slice of the thing, I'm not there.
No.
I'm not there.
No.
I'm not part of it. You know what I mean? But yet you're having this discussion and you haven't brought us in to say, we're not making that. An Uber Black client is not making the choice between, should I take a taxi or should I Uber Black?
No, never thinking about it.
No. It's Uber Black, or if Uber Black's not the option, Nico goes online.
Exactly.
Or you know what I mean? And so it's like
so the people being serviced aren't being thought of at
you know what I mean?
all. Yeah.
So and it filters down to employees as well, because
scary,
I've had to hit the reset button so many times on my whole team and stuff. And one thing that I've seen multiple times is that people come out to the markets knowing that they have this paper, but and knowing what you owe them as an employer, but they don't know why. They have no idea why you're hiring them. Or let me say, they think the reason you're hiring them is because of their paper.
Yeah.
And a lot of them get a rude awakening to say, bruh. And I've asked this question to say, okay, cool. TUT, VUT, DUT, UJ, whatever the case may be. How many people graduated in your year? Okay, 50, 100, whatever the case may be. How many before that? How many after you? Let's just take that 3 years from that institution alone, right? Let's say, very conservatively speaking, we're speaking about 300 people that have your paper. You tell it, what makes you different from those 300 people? Why should I hire you? They don't know the answer to that question.
No.
They don't. Yet, in the same country, where there's 1,200 unemployed doctors and stuff. Friend of a friend, this happened. One of the big mining houses listed. He automates his job. And then he says, I've made myself redundant. Promote me or fire me. What do you think his employer said? Of course, they gave him a promotion. You know what I mean? And so in the same country, You have people creating their own jobs, creating their own promotions and stuff. Because, I mean, if someone came to you and said, hey, Sibling Thrivery, you're leaving money on the table in this regard and stuff, I can help you monetize, and I'm going to cost you a third of what I make you. Are you going to turn that person away? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, there's so many people sitting, and it's because of the absence of just awareness around this whole value creation thing. You know what I mean? To say, what problem am I solving? Because a business solves a problem in a society or community or whatever the case may be. And a job either solves a problem in the business or it solves a problem still through. And that's where you get the concept of an intrapreneur. You know what I mean? To say that I'm solving this problem in society, but I'm going to use your company to do it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's where you get your please call me. Perfect example. You know what I mean? He didn't have a Vodacom, whatever the case may be, but through Vodacom saying, hey, I can do this for the market through your Vodacom. You know what I mean? So that brings it to home so much more. Which is a great example. I want us, because we're literally running out of time, I want us to get to the partnership we have with you. Already. No.
So we have partnered with Perennity, right? But I want you to explain exactly what the value it is that you're giving to the people who come and click on what we have to offer.
Okay. So we as Perennity, like I said, we have no interest in owning a financial product, except for that we're working on now, but it's not in the short-term insurance space. It's more in the funerally kind of, that's what I'll say. Okay. Because my partner will say,
looking forward to it.
She doesn't like me sharing things that
of course, makes sense.
We're still cooking. So in short-term insurance, we don't want to be anything else except for the person that has a relationship with the consumer. Okay. So that relationship will manifest itself in advice, will manifest itself in having your best interests at heart, and manifest itself in terms of if you have a claim that otherwise could have been repudiated or whatever, fighting for you to say, no, you got to pay it. And when you're big in a particular space, you go to company X or whatever and say, claim gatalita. You need to pay that one. And if they know, hey, but these guys have 1,000 clients, 5,000 clients that are sitting with us, we don't want to get them upset. So that also helps. But mainly, and I think, we're going to be doing, tell your audience, we're going to be doing a lot of that education on this platform and educating you guys as well, helping you guys educate your viewership as well. It's just education around insurance, because I think a lot of people think insurance is insurance. They don't understand there's market value, there's retail value. There's some that pay liability up to this amount. There's some, I don't know if you heard of the story, and we're definitely going to discuss this a lot on this platform. But long story short, this lady takes her car to the car wash in Belito. Moments later, someone comes, hey, I'm here to pick up Mrs. Talita's car. Yeah. And then off he drives, pays, whatever. Here's Talita comes out. And then she just saw the manager say, and he knew. You know what I mean? So, and then now she struggled with her insurer because it doesn't have,
how it lives.
I think there's a clause that talks about trickery. You know what I mean?
And it doesn't cover trickery.
Yeah, and that's why.
And no one reads those things.
Yeah. And then other cases as well. This is not so much in the short-term insurance, but there was a case. There was a case by. There was a case by, I think, Momentum a couple of years ago. I think about 7 years ago, where this woman's husband takes out life cover, and he doesn't disclose that he's diabetic. Okay. So he dies. Yeah. But by gunshot.
Not by diabetes. Okay. Yes. But they're still but he was diabetic.
Yes. And then it was a non-disclosure, so she takes it to Ombudsman or whatever. Ombudsman rules in Momentum's favor. Now I'm mentioning the name. You should train us before this. So, yeah. And then it goes all over the media and stuff. And then due to reputational, you know what I mean? They had to sort of make a concession.
Squash it, yeah.
Yeah. This other guy as well, we were talking about it now in the meeting that I come from, where, like I said, we putting together that product. This guy takes out life cover, doesn't disclose that he's got a heart condition. So he dies from high impact rear-ending somebody. Now, police were like, no, closed case, whatever, he died. But insurer was like, but this guy had a heart condition. How do we know that his heart didn't give in?
Because of the thing, yes.
And then he crashed.
Oh, yes.
So did he die? Did he die because of the crash, or did he die because
of his
heart condition led him to the crash and stuff? So there's a lot of education that can be done around insurance.
Okay.
And because we brokers as well, we can link people to the right type of insurance, the right company, because we know company X is strong if this is what you value. Company Y is strong if this is what you value. You know what I mean? So we've entered into a partnership with Sibling Thrivalry.
Yes!
So basically, yes, you can help their channel. By joining and getting you insurance through Perennity via the partnership that we have with Sibling Thrivalry. But also we will be giving you guys a lot of game and education around insurance, and not just insurance, but just how to get the best out of your finances. You know what I mean? Because that's what we do ultimately. For sure. Advice, relationship, experience. And yeah, we're looking forward to rolling that out.
Yes. So are we. I just want to speak specifically. We have 1 minute. Specifically, when we had the meeting with you, and you were saying how you can, like with my car insurance, you know, I told you I felt like I was paying too much money for that, right? And then I was like, how are you helping me in this instance? How do you help someone who is with an insurer already and to get them a better deal or a better value deal?
I'm willing to go out on a limb and proclaim this, to say that if you've been insured for 3 years or more, and if you haven't claimed for 3 years or more, especially those two at the same time, 95% we can get you cheaper insurance. But
it's like 100 rand cheaper, because it's not cheaper. No, okay.
We'll go to town.
Okay.
We'll go to town. We have strong partners. Literally all the insurers that you know. Not just the ones from that fat animal that is known for being in the water and also being on the land. Yeah. Okay. More partners than those. Yeah. Actually, some of the biggest guys in the industry as well. So we can get you the best deal. Definitely. If you value, for me, I'm not price sensitive. We'll discuss this on one of the episodes as well. But I wrote off my car my car got written off. I got T-boned. About 3 weeks ago now. There, I didn't care what my premium was. How much? I just wanted an insurer that I know is not going to mess me around when that time comes. So generally for me, because I know the industry, I only work with two. But someone else might say, I'll see claims when they come. Tell me who's the cheapest. Give me the cheapest,
for sure.
And someone else might say, you know what I mean? That's why I say we got something for everyone, because every insurance company is different. So yes, we can get you cheaper, but we can get you more comprehensive. As well. We can get you better coverage. We can get you, everything under one premium kind of thing. The most important thing is we'll have a conversation with you. What's most important to you? Where are you currently? And we'll advise your audience on where best to place them. But if it's price they want, we can give them that. If it's quality they want, we can give them that. If it's education they want as well, we can help with that and take it case by case. case.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We will definitely be putting some information underneath here so you guys can click on stuff and read for yourself and see what it is that you might need, or if you're just curious as to what it is that they do offer you, we'll be putting everything beneath here so you can have a look. But during our Sibling Rivalry episodes, we'll definitely be speaking more about it and telling you exactly what it is that you guys can get from what Perennity has to offer. Thank you so much, Nico, for being with me today.
Thank you.
You spoke like you were writing a book. I love that so much.
Hey, it's my personality. The vision, like I told you.
The vision.
Yeah. No, but thank you for having me.
Oh, it was such a pleasure. Thanks, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.